Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeons Divided Season 2, Episode 1. It is so exciting to be with a full cast. I hope you loved and enjoyed all the tales of the heroes that got us here to this moment. We're excited to be here, and we're going to continue forward. First things first, welcome to Dungeons Divided, both the channel and the show, and we wanted to say we are coming to you today from Float Studios in the wonderful LA, and our sponsors today are +3 Charisma, The Goods Merchant, and Lethal Shadows. Go check them out. You can see it right down below here. Awesome people. And throughout the show, you will see some of their amazing stuff. That being said, let's do a quick round robin. Hello and welcome to our heroes. Small introduction, just give us your name, the character name, and the pronouns you go by, starting with Story.
Hey, I'm Joshua Story, go by he, him. I am playing Zulger, a Goliath fighter, and I'm ready to get into the action, so let's do it.
Heck yeah, next up, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi everybody, I'm Zoe, I go by she, they, and I am playing Paya. She's our halfling monk.
I am Chris Rickabaugh, he, him, and I am playing the half-elf warlock Aldor Rothgate.
Very nice, and of course, next to you.
And hello everyone, I'm Solar Grey, the Cinematic Sorcerer, and I go by he, him. I'm playing the character Cytherial, who is an elven sorcerer.
I love the air quotes on that.
Right.
Yeah, that's fun. My name is Shauna Ladd. I am playing, I go by she, her. I am playing Captain Sophina Rain. Thank you very much. And I am a water genasi, and a pirate, and a druid.
My name is Roy Halo. I go by dude, bro, attack ninja. That's good too. I am playing a rogue, specifically now a Soul Knife rogue, and my name's Corin.
All right.
Hi everybody, DW McCann, pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Tinkus, the Warforged toy maker.
Heck yeah. And that just leaves me. My name is PJ McGaw. I am the GM. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. And voice crack. Let's get things started with a wonderful voice crack.
Do we want to show them that brand new intro that we got going?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's show them that. We're gonna cut away to an intro, and when we come back, we'll get you started in the story. Please enjoy the awesome intro.
We had a lot of fun shooting that.
I feel professional. We have a credit sequence.
We do. Awesome.
We so do. We've been wanting to do that since season 1. So
It was an honor to be a part of that. It was great to have my hand covered in that magical powder, which I'll tell you about at the end of the season.
Hey, what are you talking about? Magic.
It's magic. What? It's not.
What?
It's not anything else but magic.
It's the best magic white
pixie
power.
dust.
Absolutely, pixie dust. Don't
Sure.
look into that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's-
without further ado, let me just have a few moments of silence while I introduce everyone to where we're going to be for season 2. Long forgotten and before, there was only one land. A land with an abundance of magical power until their hubris and reliance on said power became too great. No one knows what caused it, but a great cataclysm occurred, sundering the once Pangaean continent into 3 fractured continents. It has been hundreds of years since then. Some lost and ancient people might still know, but their history and their magic has been forgotten to time. In time, the survivors continued to recover and grow, building empires and new worlds on the graves of the old. In searching for their past, the lost magic and power therein, some in the country of Edothal have become relic runners, pledging to comb through the ruins to find these lost things. Some do it for power, some do it for knowledge, others for money. Whatever their reasons, they trudge into the dangerous depths where few go. And where we set up now is on the continent of Thanhold in the country of Edothal. The king of Edothal himself works tirelessly with his advisors to maintain the complicated meritocracy of his kingdom and the 93 different guilds all throughout. Their northern borders are barraged by constant attacks from the north, so much so that all of his soldiers and knights are fighting at the borders to this day, stretching his military defense thin. And while all that happens in Edothal, and many more secrets to find out later, right now we open up on the tiny, new city of Corlin, on the east coast of the continent, as 2 of many boats dock in the ports. Stepping off these boats, while rigging is settled and anchors are dropped and manifests are double-checked, we see one boat, a very familiar pirate, a familiar business owner, and on a smaller, tragically fish-filled boat, a starving halfling. We see them enter into the port. Ships docked, feet on wood, soon on stone, and in the city proper. I guess the question is, as all adventures begin, what do you 3 do?
I guess this is, where we get off.
Yes, this is where you wanted to go, right? This kind of place?
I didn't really have anything specific in mind.
Then this is as good as any to start.
Right. Well, thanks. I guess you're leaving then, or you're doing some business?
I suppose.
Actually, do you need any help with that?
Oh, I'm here to help you.
It's very odd. Okay.
Dottie, am I doing this right?
You see an old, now familiar to you, old turtle comes in and goes, "Wait, what?"
I'm not sure what... I'm not sure what to do now.
"Oh, okay, so first things you gotta do is you get off me boat and you get a job." "Don't worry, we're not leaving harbor. We're not leaving harbor any time, but get off me boat and get a job."
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
"Oh no, it's super easy. Jobs are so easy to get nowadays. You just get off the boat and you get a job." Show them you really mean business.
Business? Oh, yeah, I
The
I
last
can do
time
that.
I heard, the job market was pretty shit, so that's good.
Well, back when I was a young turtle, it was very easy to get a job. You just, stole one from another boat. But then again, I was a pirate and a thief, so, maybe don't listen to old Dottie. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I mean, that sounds like good advice to me.
Good. Well, get off my boat, get a job. See you later. Now, where's that spry cook with the strong legs? Carry me! Carry me.
Did you just get kicked off your own boat?
Oh, no, she's messing around.
Get a job!
Oh, no.
She says she's being carried away.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm perfectly fine.
He does not believe you.
I wonder why.
But he's not gonna call it out. He's just, okay,
She
grab my
readjusts her hat.
things.
Fine. It's fine.
Are you,
Oh, fine.
we could go together
Oh, yes, I'll follow you.
if you're, oh, right.
No, meanwhile, I want to know what Paya is doing, because as you've gotten off the boat, you see, probably within earshot, a very fancy-looking, well-dressed half-elf, and
Giggling Genasi.
and a giggling water Genasi, and you hear the shrieks of an old turtle just, "Give me a job!" as she
As the
goes
Genasi has...
into the kitchen, yeah.
Yes, as
Well,
the
as
Genasi
we
has a
know-
complete psychological breakdown.
As we know, Paya is not on great terms with a certain half-elf who may kind of look like Aldor. And to her eyesight, which is not the strongest, that's Fika over there. So she's gonna run up and she's gonna tackle him.
First rule of the game, ladies, ladies, and gentlemen, let's get that athletics contested check.
Roll for initiative.
Athletics.
Athletics. So they have to. Paya's got to make athletics check. You get to roll athletics or acrobatics, whichever's better.
Let's do acrobatics.
All right. First contested check of the show.
Oh, great. You see that?
Really
You
great
see
or
that?
not really great?
I saw
Natural
nothing.
one of mine.
Oh! Well, out of curiosity, what was yours?
A 15.
So tell me the tale. What it's like to just absolutely spear tackle. Like, what is it? When you get this guy.
So with Paya, it's on sight.
Okay.
She's getting off the boat, she's stumbling off the boat, and, debating if she has enough fish in her pack for now. She's really had her share of fish for now. Sees him, sees red, and you just see a tiny little gal. What? And tackle him as hard as you can, straight to the knees.
Do I see her coming? Because I'm looking at him.
Give me a perception check. Okay. Go right ahead. Why not?
Fika!
That's a 17 plus 6.
Okay. So I'm imagining this like. Have you ever seen that meme of the two dogs yelling at each other by the fence, and that one dog comes out of nowhere and pushes them away?
The Chihuahua.
Yeah, it's like that, except like Goldberg era WCW, just poof, like in a blast of speed, in a blur of motion. Aldor gets air and is on the ground, and you just see, just as he hits midair, that apex crust. Your eyes are able to lock in on this.
I'm like, I'm trying to warn him. Punk.
And Paya comes in with a chair.
What in 9 L's is this? What?
You are not who I thought. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna help you up.
What was the meaning of that?
I thought you were someone who cursed me.
Oh,
I've never cursed anyone in
Brother,
my
I'm
life.
so sorry. I've got rolls. Would you like a sweet roll?
Yeah,
I didn't mean it.
yeah, I would like a
I'm just
sweet
gonna-
roll.
You know what? Here.
oh,
Are we hunky dory?
I'm not hunky dory. Could I?
Do you
could I
want
have
to roll?
Yeah, she would like a sweet roll as well.
I didn't. I really thought you were someone.
Who are
he really
you?
looks exactly like you, so I just really thought,
Wait, hold on. It looks exactly like me.
Not exactly like you, but the same stature and the same hair and the same broody eyes. So
Handsome
I
bloke.
really thought that. I'm so sorry. I'm Paya.
Oh, hi, Aldor Rothgate Shipping.
Nice to meet you. You seem a nice guy. I really didn't. It's my first time out here, and I already messed that up, and I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going right now.
We're going to get jobs,
I guess
right?
I guess.
what I should do too. Well, I was supposed to go to the cooking guild, but I.
All right, well,
The cooking.
maybe.
Wait. The cooking guild?
cook.
Did you make this?
I helped. I can.
You can join
something I
us if you want.
But you can't tackle
I'm not
anyone.
gonna tackle you again. That was
Maybe
a
just
one-time
talk
thing.
to them
I'm not a
first.
fighter. I'm a lover and a chef. That's my thing.
That was not
I
love.
mean,
Well, there's one person who makes me mad, and he looks like you, so I just kind of
it's a reasonable mistake to make.
Sure.
Are you?
I
And
swear.
you're okay?
Well, I don't know. Am
Are
I?
you fine?
Hold on.
I'll like walk around him, do a check, make sure he's fine.
Any
got all your
tears
skins
in
and
my?
bones.
Take an eyeful.
I mean, absolutely not. Nothing's injured, nothing's out of place. Just a little bit of dirt on the back of the wonderful vest, and that's about it.
Oh, could you just someone maybe dust it a bit, just for? I'm going to go get a job.
I'll
right?
take my hat and like whack you with the
Picturing these
hat.
two people just beating the hell out of this bag.
Slapping him right on the ass, going, "You got so much dirt on you."
Do you want some fish oil for that? Maybe some fish oil might work to clean that off.
No. What?
Fine. Yeah.
Who uses fish oil?
I mean, it's a
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need an adult for this show.
It's actually really good on a lot of things, and I grew up with it, so.
Like
very
maybe
tasty.
for like leather.
Well, you can put it on stuff, and sometimes if you roast, well, I never did it, but Dottie she'd swear by that stuff.
Wait, do you have her recipes?
No. If you come on to our group as our cook, my payment could be her recipes in the future when she comes back for me.
That sounds good. That's a lot to unpack. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you gonna be all? Is she gonna be all right?
This is normal.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going? You just having a moment to cry? Like what?
I'm gonna go over to the water,
Yeah.
and I have like a potion, not a potion bottle, but just, maybe if she has a potion, she's gonna empty the bottle and like fill it up with ocean water. Be like, please help me. Stopper it. Stick it back on her back. I'm good now.
Yeah,
We're
nothing
fine.
out of the ordinary here.
I didn't introduce myself. I'm Paya.
Oh, I'm Captain Sophina Rain. It's very lovely to meet you. Thank you for joining my crew.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, it's more like
Yeah, it's
Okay, so I'm gonna deboard.
what?
Deboard.
debone.
Deboard.
Debone.
I'm leaving the ship.
We already left the ship.
No,
You were on the dock when the tackle.
I got tackled on the dock
You
or
got
on the
tackled
ship.
on the dock.
Okay.
On the dock.
Okay.
She didn't run up the ship to tackle you.
That would be
She
amazing.
saw you.
No,
on
I
the
thought she
dock.
was on the
To
ship.
be fair,
Different ship.
she would go as far as she needed to tackle Fika.
That's what we need to do.
She would do
Right.
it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go then.
We're all going
Yes, we're all,
yeah,
we're all going.
together.
He started
Shit, I
walking.
didn't pack anything.
All right.
Great.
Are you following them, or are you? What is Paya doing?
We'll go together. Yeah. I was just hired as a chef.
Well, I mean,
That's
that's
what I
great
heard.
reasons to stick around. Sure.
After 5 steps, he's like,
If ever there was,
you all right?
I'm just
there
checking.
was.
I mean, I've been tackled out of nowhere. I thought it might happen again.
Hey, watch this.
Sophina like snorts.
I already told you I'm not a fighter.
I don't believe
It's gonna be. I gave you a sweet roll. Shouldn't that be like enough?
Did
There's
you
a
eat it?
memory, and it's going to be stuck there for a while. It was a
Did
good
you
sweet
eat-
roll.
Okay.
All right. So as you begin walking into Corlin, you are entering into the hustle and bustle of the mid-morning gridlock of human foot traffic going from guild to guild. And the immediate vision is a beautiful sun-baked cobblestone city with 2- and 3-story colonial homes. Like, these are lived-in businesses. These are also just a bunch of people putting a lot of money into one house, and they are big, beautiful 3-story houses, slant roofing, big bay windows and other forms of recessed windows kind of looking out. And it's like the intro to Beauty and the Beast with less singing. Lots of activity, lots of moving parts. But eventually, as you're going through the center of the town square, you see this massive fountain with water arcing in beautiful formations, and a large, strong-looking man, bald head, kind of a slate gray, complexion. And you would know that, and you especially would know that he is an Earth Genasi, or as some call, an Oread. And as he stands on this fountain, he is looking towards this large group of people, and he's really, his body's very animated, his gestures are very big, and he sees you all coming and kind of double takes and he goes, "Hey, you three, come here."
Oh, oi, you got a job?
Do I got a job? Brother, I have a lifestyle, I have an opportunity. Do you need gold beyond your countability? Do you need security? Do you need knowledge, opportunity, secrets, adventure?
Wait.
Oh, I got it all.
You said secrets?
Secrets.
And knowledge.
Lots of it.
And adventure.
Is he psychic?
What sort of secrets?
I can't tell you because then there wouldn't be secrets now, would they? Let me tell you this. We live in a beautiful city on a wonderful continent in a country that makes sure hard work gets you there. Now, deep under this city is a whole other city. One that's, well, let's just say, filled with opportunity. Maybe you need to clear your head. Maybe you need to fill your belly. Or maybe you just need new things and new adventures. Well, I got people here ready to work with y'all. I got systems put into place where you can have the best care, weapons, housing, and of course, beer. Now, is there danger? Yes, there is. Does a blacksmith risk getting, sparks in his eyes? Yes, he does. Does a cook risk cutting their own fingers? Of course, a couple times. Does anyone in any job have any risk? Of course. What I'm offering is a risk that is far, far worth the rewards that you're going to be getting. All you need to do is say yes today to being a relic runner. Relic runner. And this is a spiel, by the way, that you four have been hearing for an hour. As there's Q&As, this gentleman is answering but deflecting, answering but deflecting. And here we are with three new people. And he is just giving the same spiel about possibility, purpose, presentation.
I heard relic
Suckers
running
born
can
every
be
day.
I heard relic running can be dangerous.
No, it ain't. I mean, of course it's dangerous. But then what job ain't dangerous? That's my question. I've seen a construction worker fall from building one of these wonderful homes, landed on his back. Can't work no more. Every job is dangerous. Question is, are you willing to take the risk to get the gold?
How
Are
much
we all there right
gold
now?
are you talking about?
So at this point, as you ask that question, he extends his hand and shows you this large 7'4" mountain of muscle, this 6'10"
10.
metallic master crafter, this rather unusual a variant of an elf that you've never seen before, and of course this scholarly elf that you see next to you. And a few people that are kind of intermingling and surrounding. They're kind of hearing the spiel and they're murmuring, they're gossiping. But these other four seem to really be paying attention. You asked for gold?
Oh, I just want to know what benefits exactly you're talking.
More than happy to tell you. But I think better if I show you. If you want to know more about the Relic Runners, I can take you to the Relic Runners Guild headquarters. Give you all the information you need, but to give you information right now, anywhere between hundreds to thousands, even hundreds of thousands of gold can be found. Secrets of a lost ancient civilization can be discovered. Combat, new monsters, new critters, likes of which I ain't seen before. Not to mention, way more that I don't even know yet exists that you can find. You just gotta be willing to take the risk on yourself.
Where was pointed for more information?
The Relic Runners Guild headquarters.
Tinkus just turns and starts walking that way.
I'm sorry. I am so imagining 3 bards in red just singing some fun now. He's having some fun now.
Would you like to know more? That's all I keep hearing. Would you like to know more?
Go to our website, relicrunners.com. That doesn't exist. And
I became a relic runner because I want to have a family.
So as you turn to walk away,
I didn't find that funny.
I'm doing my part.
sorry, I'm doing my part.
I'm finding out what my part is.
As you walk away, Slate points and goes, "Look at that there. There's one who's already dedicated. And for every relic runner that says yes, well, that kind of sucks for y'all who say no. I'm just putting that out there right now. There's less relics to be run. So why say yes tomorrow when you can say yes right now?"
What could you tell us of these relics?
Ancient magical secrets, blueprints of lost magical items, some in holes, some not. We don't even know everything that's down there because we haven't been all the way through it all. We've charted a lot of it, but this runs deep throughout all of Edelthal. I would even say the whole world. We ain't know yet. If you go down there, you could find lost civilizations, ancient gods, dead concepts, lost civilizations, and of course, enough money to make yourselves rich for a long time. And when you get to the headquarters, you'll see what I mean.
It sounds like grave robbing with more steps.
Well, you gotta be buried for it to be a grave.
Like the city buried beneath the city in which we
I
stand.
mean, last I checked, a city wasn't a person, so I don't call that a grave.
Your logic is intriguing, and I believe that I would like a pamphlet.
Well, here's a pamphlet. You said you want to make an insight check? Go right ahead and roll an insight check.
We'll see how this goes. Oh, fuck this dice. I love it so much. 22.
22. So what are you trying to insight from this gentleman?
Is he full of shit?
22. No, you with the 22, you get the feeling that he is actually speaking from firsthand experience.
I get the feeling that he's speaking from... You laughed, you broke me. Just kidding. From actual first-hand experience.
I mean, maybe I want to check it out. I mean, don't feel any pressure.
Oh, no.
You don't have to come with me, but I think I'm gonna go.
Okay.
At the word, as soon as he says magical, there's a little twinge in my eye, and he pulls his hood up and starts walking towards.
He sees Adam because he's got the high ground here, Anakin, and he sees you walking away, and he says, "There's another fellow who said yes to taking a risk on himself, which means less opportunities for y'all if you wait. Who wants to say yes right now?"
I'll negotiate.
So come with more food. His drops of bread and meat just fall from his mouth.
He's like, "Hey, breakfast man, you know what? It depends on what you call food. Again, down there's a lot of things, but what's more important is you can earn the gold to get as much food. You can earn the gold to get as much food as you want."
I like that. All right, sign me up. And he starts heading off toward the guild hall.
And he's got 3 fingers. That's 3. How many more else want to join today?
All right, let's follow the loud one.
I heard food, so I'm in.
Right, Sophina.
I'm with you.
All right.
I suppose
Fine.
if I don't go, my sister will.
He looks to you and he goes, "You know, I find that to be a damned respectable reason to go. Do the dirty work so she ain't got to."
I'm trying to protect you from her.
Can
And I start walking.
Can you give me a description of your sister?
On that note, let's go.
My sister is a very petite elf,
Yep.
but there is a fire in her eye that says she has a lust for life and adventure. and understanding life and the things that make life tick, even if she has to take something alive apart to find out.
Oh,
Rip.
rip.
So I made character roll, aka a character choice. And Slate looks at you and he goes, "Do you got like her like whereabouts, like a sending stone, kind of like her number or something?" Because like, hey, if there's two things I love in this world, it is a good meal and a woman that will absolutely kill me.
Those sound like the last words of her suitors.
Keep walking.
So you're saying there's a chance?
It is not my business what she does, but our servants have a very, very resentful time when it comes to mopping.
I know you think you're scaring me off, buddy, but you ain't helping your chances here with me.
I have no opinion one way or another.
Good. All right. Cool.
I just
Well,
believe that no organization should be joined without proper knowledge of what it is.
that's absolutely fair. Do you have any questions before?
Yes. If you have been relic hunting, how many former employees have you lost?
You know, that's a very good question. That's one that's very hard to answer. Not just because it is a lot or a little, but because of the weight of that number.
So how much did they weigh?
On average, about 150 pounds, maybe 175 per person on average.
That means in raw tonnage you've lost how much?
You know, I never thought about it like volume and metrics. Hell, what it even is a kilometer. Let's just say that we lose.
The distance of 1,000 meters.
Math. We lose enough people that we do require more employees. But while they're living, they're taken care of as best we can.
And afterwards?
Well, they're buried as best we can, if they're found.
And are there assurances for their families?
Well,
Or
of
do
course.
you normally take on orphans who have nothing to lose?
Well, of course there's assurances. We have a very, very respectable pension plan for families.
More than a scroll that says we regret to inform you?
You show me a squirrel that can talk, and I'll show you a stone genasi who will lose his damn mind.
Scroll.
I'm sorry, what?
Never mind.
Sir, I'm very confused. I'm very large and I'm very confused. Could we do we have a walk and talk to the headquarters?
I will be happy to temporarily join your organization. I'm
Alright then.
fascinated by what you offer. I really am.
Well, I found that to be exciting. Why don't we go from there? He points in the direction of the headquarters. He kind of looks around for a little bit, and you see everyone just murmurs and kind of waves their hands at him and leaves. As all of you continue to go to the headquarters. After a few minutes, he catches up to all of you, leads you to the building. You see this big, massive 5-story, almost compound of wood and stone and different arcanic runes all over it. A big coat of arms is kind of underscored with a beautiful banner that says Relic Runners Guild. And on the coat of arms, you happen to see a dragon. You see 2 hands crossed with a sword and a golden chain. And you see scales. And you see effectively like a family kind of embossed onto it. As the door opens up into the guild, you see the base floor. A large, massive wooden tavern interior greets you. You see staircases to the far left and right going up, and you can assume what is a kind of a turning, coiling set of stairs for all 5 floors. You see a bunch of beautiful portraits and paintings and trophies all along the interior of this building. You see a dragon's head mounted with a name plaque. You see other fantastical beasts. You even see a few adorable, silly creatures like an owlbear and floomphs, but their plaques seem to have more of an affectionate tone about them. In a big kind of bartender counter, you see a black human woman. Hair is kind of up with a tie in the back. She is wearing a long apron, and she is doing paperwork while filling mugs of ale. To the far right of the room, you see a very surly and angry-looking dwarf who is missing a leg, sitting in a chair, arms crossed, pipe in his mouth, no hand on the pipe. He's just inhaling through his mouth, exhaling through his nose. No hands are in the equation. And he's just up against the wall in a chair, just smoking in cycle.
Relic hunting made him who he is today.
Let's see. You also see at one of the tables what looks like an orc with glasses on their nose. You see robes that are covered in leather pauldrons and other pieces of leather armor over this clearly a mage's robe, and they're looking down their bifocals as they're doing paperwork very meticulously. Last but not least, you see a woman halfling who is going over papers. She's looking at them, she's licking them, considering them, saying no, putting them in a pile. Aside from these individuals, right now, the room is dead quiet. There are more things of note, but right now these are what you're clocking as you walk in, generally speaking. It is just after breakfast after all, but at least the ale is flowing. The ambiance is very, very cozy despite its large size. And Slate offers you a beautiful table in the center of the room with 10 chairs all around it. It's a large circular table. Big chairs all around it. Just have a seat now. I'll be able to get you all some drinks. Do you want anything? We got ale, mead, we got whiskey, bourbon, and we got water.
And more of this bread. Please.
You want the bread? You want the bread?
Oh yeah, look at it. It's a little small, but it's so good.
Oh yeah, those are the rolls. Oh, let me tell you, it is. I don't know how they do it. I think they get honey and garlic on there. I don't know. I don't bake anything.
It's the best I've ever had.
Spitting pieces everywhere.
And he's just kind of looking at you, going like, yeah, I'll get you full order, my man. You just have a nice seat there.
Great.
Aldor will sit far away from him.
Fair enough.
Paya's gonna go sit right next to him. You look like a great eater.
Yeah, well, a little bit. And you, what, I'd share, but, well, it's almost gone, as you can
That's
tell.
all right. She's gonna pull out one of her rolls, and why don't you try one of these?
Oh, thank you, little woman. Reaches down and breaks a big chunk. Like,
Did you just call me little?
Watch out for your knees.
He's already taken
his eyes twitching.
he's already taken it, and he's trying to like force it into this little mouse head that's popped out of his toga. He's just like,
Here, eat this, little buddy. Save it for later.
Who's that?
What?
Who is that?
Oh, it's, well, I just found him. I've started calling him, recent, Nibbles.
Nibbles.
Yeah, Nibbles. Isn't that right, little buddy?
You know what? I forgive you for calling me small, even though I'm not.
He's pretty big, too.
Just because he's cute.
Yeah, he is. See?
he brings it down to your, shoves it down in your face.
Oh, he likes you!
We have our first official snoot boop.
Mr. Nibbles. Right, well, in you go.
Great. Oh, and you are?
Zolga.
Paya.
Nice to meet you. Shakes your head.
I'll be observing the room through my hood. My hood's still up. I'll take a seat at the far end, and I'll have your finest ale. A little hair of the dog, but I'll look at him. No funny stuff.
So clarify, you've gone to the bar and you're getting a drink drawn.
No. I will be asking Slade, and then I will take a seat on the far end of the table, and I'll just be observing this whole.
Okay.
I would like coffee, if I may.
Slade goes, I can get you coffee. Ain't no problem.
Lots of cream and lots of sugar.
Oh, oi! Coffee?
Okay, look, I gotta be honest with you. We gotta go to the coffee guild for that, so we're gonna keep this simple, hot and black.
Single origin?
I don't ask about the beans, and they don't tell me. We just got, it's good coffee.
What's coffee?
He doesn't know what coffee is. Oh, you gotta bring him some coffee.
All right, so I'm hearing, we want one of our best ales, 3 coffees from the coffee guild. Ma'am?
Juice?
Gotta go to the juice guild. All right, so
Better
we're
be
gonna
3
get
coffees for me too. Yeah.
3 coffees
3
for...
coffees.
I'm gonna ask you a question there, big guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a coffee?
No.
I'm gonna give you 1. How about that?
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Really.
Just one.
Just one for now. Hey, next time we all hang out, we can have 3, 5, 10, but right now maybe just get you started on 1.
No, don't encourage him.
All right. Okay, you think so?
All right.
I'll take 1.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, 1 barrel of coffee, right?
How about a thermos of coffee?
What's that?
Well, you see, we have these wonderful engineers that have made a cup, right? And it's a little bigger than your standard cup. It's got some sort of interesting alloy metal to it. It keeps hot things hot. And then get this, it keeps cold things cold.
Wait,
That's amazing!
Yeah. Oh, it blew my damned mind when I first had it.
for how long?
Oh, we know how normally a cup of coffee will last you about maybe like 30 minutes before it gets room temp. This thing can stay warm for about 2 hours before it starts to get a little colder.
These are not difficult concepts.
I thought it was witchcraft, but I mean, then again, I would trust someone that's clearly
Having
experienced.
seen legitimate witchcraft, I don't think it's involved in this one.
I'm learning something new every day. Hell yeah. So, do you want what do you want there
Whatever you're pouring.
in here?
Whatever you're pouring.
He kind of steps back for a second. He goes, Dwarven bourbon. I'm gonna see if you can handle the rough stuff.
Very well.
All right. So we got bourbon. We got best ale in the house. 3 coffees.
A barrel of coffee.
1 with a thermos.
Right.
Juice from the Juice Guild. And what would you like?
Oh, I would like whiskey, please.
Whiskey. All right.
I mean, yes, whiskey.
While the order is being taken, one of Tinkus's hands is going to literally convert into a chisel tool, and he's going to go to a little block of wood and start working on something.
I'd take a thermos as well. Is that what you called it?
2
Wait.
2 thermoses.
Can I have just the thermos?
You want a thermos?
Just a thermos.
It has to come with the
Do
coffee.
you know how well my soup will hold up in that?
Get
Incredible.
the coffee.
What is coffee?
You never had coffee?
You fell for it.
Out of character,
had
this seems
coffee
like a really
before.
bad idea for you to give coffee to the person who tackled your knees upon first time seeing you.
In character.
I got a sweet roll.
In character, I'm waiting to see it.
In character.
I've had coffee before.
Like many stories, this will end well.
All right. So, you know what? I'm just going to be safe. 3 thermoses of coffee. Still with a juice. Thermos of juice. Yeah.
Could I have a thermos of whiskey?
You know, it's only 10 in the morning. Let's see where this goes. 1 thermos of whiskey, 3 thermoses of coffee, 1 thermos of juice. You know what? Hell, for the fella with the fancy hood, 1 thermos of our finest ale, 1 thermos of our finest dwarven bourbon, and you know what? Let's just call it lunch. I'll be right back. He goes, and it's maybe about 30 minutes before he'll come back. So until then, you're at a table of complete strangers, well, except for a few of you, And you just had this wonderful conversation. What are you saying in the meantime while he's going off to get 3 thermoses of coffee, it's hard to say thermos multiple times. 3 thermoses of coffee.
3 thermos is part of the. You're gonna make
Three
it more challenging.
thermosith of coffee.
Thermi.
Succotash.
Just thermi.
Thermi. Yes. 3 thermoses of coffee. 1 thermos of juice. 1 thermos of ale. 1 thermos of whiskey. 1 thermos of bourbon.
From the head of the coffee guild, Biggest Dickus.
Yes. Richard the Large Wine. So, I turn it to you all, because it's going to be a while for him to fill in that order. This is a chance. There's downtime. There's silence. What do you all do?
Is there a chair instead of a bench?
Oh, it's all chairs around the big circle.
Perfect. Okay, so Sophina grabs a chair, puts her feet on the table, leans the chair back just too far and falls, gets back up, doesn't say anything, sits back in the chair.
Tinkus looks up and goes back to his garden.
Not a ritual I've ever seen.
What?
That was simply not a ritual I've ever seen, but I'm sure it serves a purpose.
It's very important.
I believe you.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm very believable.
What were you going to say, Story?
I said I've passed out.
That's right.
See? He needs coffee.
It would appear so.
Well, after some time, you see a massive stone plate with the thermoses, effectively speaking. There's a bit of a corkscrew on it. So imagine, if you will, a beautiful wood stein. A bit more cylindrical, not as wide. And there is a corkscrew mechanism. And he puts down a thermos in front of each and every one of you, unscrews the top, takes it off. You see this interesting lined metal container, and right away, the heat, or room temperature, depending on your beverage, or cold, depending on your beverage, that temperature hits you in the face first, and then the smell. The coffee is jet black, but you still get that warm, buttery, savory note with some grape nuts on the back end, and just a nice, mild palate throughout. The ale, much like an imperial stout, has a strong, very strong, but very sweet and relaxing flavor to it. The thermos of whiskey looks at you with a smirk and challenge that only a thermos full of whiskey could have. His gold and amber notes refuse to let you forget that this is about 20 to 30 fluid ounces of whiskey. And while it's very nutty with a bit of a vanilla and that nice orange burn, it's also 30 fluid ounces of whiskey. And madam, I salute you for something so ballsy and so insane. And then meanwhile, I'll go over to you. The Dwarven Bourbon is very much a concoction, if you will. The sweeter cherry notes of mead and barley wine, but with that nice rough burn and smooth texture of any American bourbon that you would consider your favorite. And as you all drink, literally everyone, give me Constitution saves.
Oh, man.
It's hot!
What sort of juice is this?
I may or may not be rolling.
I will use this opportunity to pull my hood down and kind of look at everyone as I've been sizing everyone the entire time, just meekly. And I will just raise my thermos and just say, well, it would be rude to not cheers with everyone if we are sitting together, shall we?
Yeah.
So, right before this, though, as you're saying that, I do need to, because this is going to lead to this. What I've been carving, he sets down, is a flute of, like, just a cylinder, which he pours the bourbon in and starts examining the thermos specifically. And so the minute you raise for the toast, he'll then, grab the wood and raise for the toast.
All right. So,
love toast.
cheers, the first drink of many to the first adventures of many more. And Constitution saving throw, everybody.
16.
16.
17.
25.
25.
Yeah.
5.
Oh no.
15.
15, okay.
16.
16.
Oh, wait a second. Oh,
It's your Constitution.
oh, there it is.
Yep.
Different page.
Plus
14.
14. Okay. So, for the most part, everyone is feeling their drink to whatever capacity that would be. If it's whiskey, you're feeling a little bit of the kind of malaise on your brain kind of lift a little bit, and the warmth come to your cheeks. Same with the bourbon. If
Most of that is lost on me, but you
yes.
know, I appreciate it all the same.
You, especially you said, hair of the dog, because it has been one solid trek since the other night. Yeah, you start to feel your body start to kind of, you don't have that numbness of fatigue. You're now kind of getting back online with your body. What is this coffee made out of? This hand isn't shaking as if I had coffee. What is that? Your whole body is fine, but that one hand is losing its goddamn mind.
It's alright, it's the hand I shoot with.
Now, for the 5 in the room.
I see where this is going.
There's a pain in your chest. There's a sweat in your ass. Your face feels like it's on fire. It's not so much anxiety, but it might as well be anxiety, the coffee anxiety, you know what I mean? Yeah, your body probably hadn't had food for a while, let alone good restful sleep in a long time, and this coffee is running through you like a marathon.
Pardon me, the privy. Where's...
Right. Okay. Yeah, they told me the coffee might do that. Okay. Big door over there. Just knock first.
He's already moving.
Okay. Oh, there he goes. All right.
I thought he said he'd had coffee
And I'll
before.
grab part of his thermos and pour it into my cup.
I'm gonna take the thermos.
No, his thermos.
Two thermoses. Two thermi for me.
He was
More
so
soup.
excited
May I
about
see
that.
Oh, I'm just emptying it and putting it
Yeah, but
back.
she
You
took
have a
it.
cold and a hot.
I have a
Mind
question
you,
for the,
I will give it back. Thank you. Which is this, the hot or the cold?
The hot.
Just looking at the temperature, comparing it to the natural state kind of thing. Seeing the steam.
She's gonna hand you the cold one. So you
Hands
can
back the
see
hot.
all three.
Hands back the
Together.
hot. Comparing now the cold to the room temperature. Its construction is simple. I believe I can make it.
You must be a strong warrior. Where did you get that armor?
I am not wearing armor.
What do you mean, not wearing armor?
You might say I am the armor.
You are the armor, right?
What you
Okay.
are talking to is all me. Well, the apron's not me. But it's all me.
Does all me have a name?
Oh.
Or
Tinkus, at your service.
yes. Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Do you eat? I just have to know. I'm sorry.
I
Is that
try.
rude?
Upon occasion, I have found that many people find it offensive to not eat food that is offered you. So I try. I don't know that I get the same enjoyment that others do. I'm not built for it.
Are you magic?
I have an understanding of where
Aren't we
you're
all?
coming from.
It's got you there.
No, just me.
Yes, but just you would be meat. Sitting there doing nothing. But there is some magic that allows you to move the meat and bone around. I use a similar magic to move my metal around.
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
While there's that kind of lull in the conversation, Roy, yes, what did you want to say?
Oh, I was saying to the our water ganassi, did she drink the entire?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, you down the whole thermos? Can we compensate for this advantage?
Yeah,
I
this
thought you
is
were sipping it casually. I didn't know you were doming 30 ounces of whiskey. My.
Well, yeah, see, I've been very
What's the
observant. I've
GM
been
thought?
watching everyone.
At disadvantage,
What's the player thought?
that's a 2. That's a 1
Okay.
with a +1.
That's wait. A 1 on the die face? Second critical fail of the first episode. Okay, so it's somewhere like after your first pause break, as you go back for the rest of the whiskey. You're sloshed, my guy. You're wasted, messy. You're oof. This is a look.
That must taste very good.
Do you think I could have her
I
thermos?
didn't know water.
Is she
genasi
passed
could-
out?
No, I'm gonna say she's still hanging on. She's still fighting through it. There you go. Ryan, anything else for our moon elf friend?
Yes, I will ask for a bit of coffee from one of our friends.
Have some of his.
Well, I have the thermos.
Did you not get coffee too?
No, but I will slowly kind of push it towards the water ganassi and said, "Here, you might want some of this."
And the Ganassi invents Irish coffee.
At this point, I will also have switched over to a piece of paper in front of me, and I'm drawing up plans for how to build a thermos.
Glad you asked that. Mechanically speaking, if you want to make one thermos, the DC will be 12, I believe, Arcana for your crafting.
I don't believe I have all the materials right now, so I'm not going to make it right now, but I'm drawing up the plans.
Excellent. Just when that time comes. It's a DC 12 Arcana for crafting. It'll take 1 day per thermos.
DC 12, Arcana, and
Nice.
1 day. Got it.
Yeah.
A man of industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as you are drinking this coffee,
I've
it's
been
hot,
these.
it's bitter, but there's a sweetness, but a bitterness. Give me another con save.
Wait, you made that whole boat over? You never had her try coffee once?
Okay, so it rolled really well
was my own
before,
private
and now
stuff.
it is not. So that was a 2 on the
All
dice
for me,
or a
none
3.
for you.
Expensive
Now-
beans.
Now, okay,
drunk
so
Anthony.
this is a very, I don't want to speak from experience here, but I'm going to. So sometimes when you're deep in your cups and you have a coffee, it doesn't actually work the way you want it to. Instead of sobering you up, it just dehydrates you more. So now you're drunk with a pounding headache and a lot of energy. For those of you at home, ask your parents what 4 Loco is.
Yeah. I was trying to help. She should get advantage.
It's not your fault. So after a few minutes, let's just say the bathroom is vacated.
As is the half-elf.
Welcome back.
Comes back and takes a seat. Where's my thermos?
Did you want it?
Why?
He's gonna make more.
You can have
But-
mine.
Aw, see, look, you can have that one.
Yeah.
Well, that one's poison, I believe.
I'll take it. Let me
Judging
see
from-
that. More coffee, right?
Yeah.
I simply hand him my thermos of coffee.
Oh no.
I just
Ooh, say. I like
okay,
that.
half a cup. Half a
I
cup.
will say, in retrospect, I probably should have said that I poured some of it, but yes.
And could I have mine?
He just gave you that one.
I know. Well,
You can have that one. He actually took your coffee when you left, so.
We're telling you.
Your thermos is right here. There's still some coffee left. Forgive me.
I have bourbon if anyone needs it.
Is that
You can have
coffee?
that one.
I'll take that.
It is not coffee.
At this point, I'm gonna need the Goliath to make con saves at disadvantage because he has had 2 cups of coffee, an entire thing of I think something else, and now the bourbon.
All right. That's 19.
19. Wow, with disadvantage?
Oh,
Damn.
with disadvantage. Hang on. Oh, no. It's 19.
Damn. Okay. So, yeah, you start feeling your whole body. It's insanely warm. You're sweating everywhere. The manic energy is kicking in. And what's worse with the bourbon now you're sweating and you're numb and your hands are feeling silly and here you are.
She's kind of like dancing. I feel like dancing. He starts like moving around. He starts to like
Because he's never really danced.
Not that you would necessarily catch this or it would be on your radar, but you would note that the cup is actually very finely crafted. And it is not one of their cups. The wooden thing I was working on that you're now drinking out of, very smooth to the hold, has like the right handhold and everything like that. Don't know if that picks up on you, but it is very,
Probably
very well crafted. Okay.
But it is nice to know.
Paya might notice, though. Just right next to it.
Boy, are you all right? What did you do?
She finished her drink.
I drank this one, and then I had some of this one.
Wait, a whole one?
Yeah. Do you want some?
Well, you just drank it all. There's nothing left.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. do you want this one? This is the coffee thing.
No.
It's very good. I think I might go with punch
So
somebody.
you say, sorry, you said you had a job for us, right?
Oh, yeah. You see kind of hanging off, watching you all, in a great concern and amusement. You see Slate looking at all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Walks up, pulls out a chair, sits down, hands out a bunch of papers, contracts, and he says, yeah, I got a job for y'all. Well, more so I have an opportunity for you to find the job here that you want. I can tell you more after you sign. Basically, all this paperwork here is to say that you are members of the guild and therefore are entitled to protections and benefits of being in the guild. Now, after that, we can figure out the teams.
I do have a question for you.
I got an answer for you, buddy.
What is to say if someone comes after one of these members in your guild?
Well, that's a very different legal conversation. If someone's coming after you, there'd be an investigation. Why are they after you? What laws did you break? Had any? Was it done in error? Do we have to call the mercenary guild? It's a step-by-step process.
Right. Of course.
I've got one question.
What's that?
What's a guild?
Oh man, you asked the perfect question, friend. You are in Corlin, you are in Edelthal. We are comprised of almost 100 different guilds throughout this entire country. Guilds are collections of masters, artisans, experts, and well, everyone in between. Doing one job so well, they get paid for it. Man, that coffee really ripped right through you, buddy. You are bouncing like a stone in a pond. Oh yeah.
Tastes good.
Can you join more than one guild?
Absolutely. In fact, there is no limitation to how many guilds that you can work with. You just have to make sure that you abide by their laws and their timetables. If you are, clearly not working at one guild enough, they have the right to kick you out. Yeah, go crazy. Join as many as you want. Oh, yes.
I'm gonna roll up the thermos that he brought us, or brought me with that had this stuff. Roll it up in the plans, open a compartment in my chest, put that in there, and then take the paperwork and start perusing it.
All right. Yeah, you're seeing it. It's, give me a insight check.
Insight.
I would like to do the same.
Of course, go right ahead.
Given my history as an acolyte, I am very well read.
Did you say that out loud?
I would think.
Yes.
Okay.
17.
17? Okay. In fact, if anyone else would like to look at the paperwork,
Yes.
excellent. Make an insight check.
Can I read it?
16.
I mean, if it's not a recipe, Paya doesn't care, but
Well, that's better.
Bell. Sorry.
18.
How do you write
18.
your name?
9. I'm still drunk.
Touche. You're doing that thing where if you're trying to finger read and you're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Same
so-
line.
I do the same line
Same
three
line.
times.
Or like,
This is really repetitive.
There be frost, fricker, frippery, and frickin'.
If
Exactly.
you die, you're dead. Does it actually say that?
DW.
While looking over mine, I'm also, whoever happens to be sitting next to me, I will look over theirs as well, just a passage to see if they are the same.
Okay, yeah, same paperwork across the board. Roy, you're gonna ask something?
No, she asked me something. I just, yes or no.
Excellent. I'll make sure I wasn't cutting anyone else. Anyone else rolling insights? Just kind of trusting the vibe? Cool. No. So, you, 1, 2, 3, 4, you 4 looking at the paperwork. It is very upfront. In fact, the language is not heavy in legalese. They're not trying to hide anything. It's very to the point. It says being a relic runner may produce serious maiming, injury, or risk of loss of life. Signing this, you accept those terms as well as all the conditions and positive aspects of the job. You will not sue or in any way cause any problems for the company as per injury. However, you will receive a pension or stipend depending upon your yearly income, yada yada. They mention things like they have great medics on staff and connections to the guilds that give them medics, the connections to guilds that give them weapons, the connections to guilds that give them a lot of perks. And that you hereby accept the financial compensation from any fences, contracted works, or other means of gold vis-a-vis what you bring back.
It says you could die.
So does it say that you get a percentage of what you bring back, essentially?
No, there's when it comes to exact money talk, it says it's very flat. You get the value of the thing. Okay. Any other questions?
What about the thing? What if we wanted the thing?
That's a great question, and Slate has the answer to that.
Okay. So it says right here that
he has glasses. But I also hope that they don't have lenses in them. They're just like glasses.
It's Chris Hemsworth like going through the lens.
It comes out of Hammer's face and just kind of.
yes, I see you.
The orc would love hanging out with you. So Slate looks at you all as you're looking at the paperwork, you're signing it, and he says, if anyone has questions about the job or about the paperwork, I'm an open book.
I have a question about the relics.
Of course.
You said that we get to pick our jobs. Now, what if it is a job that we would like a portion of the relic itself?
Now, that gets into the finer works of the job itself. I got a spiel for y'all. You ready to hear it?
Yes.
Oh, a
right.
spiel.
Start from the top.
How unexpected.
I mean, look at how you met me. I'm all about spiels.
As I've heard said, I am all ears, but I'm not.
How do you hear? You know what? I trust you. You clearly responded to my words. You know what I'm saying. Great, let me get on with the spiel then. So, there are 3 kinds of what we call runs or jobs, but we call them runs usually. There's a free run. That's where you go into the underground and you just look for something you want to get. You find something you like, you bring it back. Everything in there, we don't know it all, but when we bring it out, we assert the value, we fence it, you get the flat rate for what that thing is worth. There's also what's called a contract run. There are a bunch of guilds, a bunch of powerful people, a bunch of people interested in what's down there, and they don't want to risk life or limb getting it. So, they give you a contract. Usually it's to find a very specific item. You run, you get it, you bring it back, and you get the rate in the contract. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Last but not least, we have what's called a competitive run or a competition run. And he points at the other end of the room. You see this massive wooden board, and it says leaderboards, the best of the runners. And you see a bunch of names and corporations on this massive board with different units for membership and a number for value. And he says, we like to take good looks at who is doing the best down there. Sometimes runners get really cocky. Sometimes they get really competitive. Or sometimes there's a problem and you just gotta run it out. So you do a competitive run. 2 teams goes down there, looks for the same item. First team to bring it back with the most people alive wins. Those are your 3 runs. Very simple, very basic, yes.
How do you know what relics are actually down there?
Well, we don't know all of them. You see, when you go down there, you're gonna find that down there is a living, breathing place.
There.
Yeah, down there.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
it's okay, ma'am. You take your time. Down there is a living, breathing place. Sometimes you'll disarm a trap. You'll kill an evil monster, giant creature, right? And then a week goes by, a month goes by, a new trap is set up in the same place. Old traps are reset. Some monsters just don't want to stay dead. And so we don't know everything down there, but we know sometimes there are big items down there that runners just haven't been able to seize yet. Or contracts, they say, we want something like this, and you go down there and you find something like it. Yeah, big metal guy.
So, you know some items are down there, and you may get sent, or we would be sent, to get those items. Items that we find in the process. Do those become ours?
Good question. This leads to my second part of the spiel. Ownership rights. Now, as a guild, only certain entities are allowed to have a monthly stipend. Usually those are the ones with corporate backers. And he points to the leadership board. If you got a company name, you get a company dime. We don't have those company names. So, the way it works, very simple. Let's say you find something. You know this will fetch you a very pretty gold piece. But you also know keeping it might give you the power you need to go deeper in and fight more nasty creatures. That's your choice to make. Do you sell it and get the large amount of gold to buy more things and get a better life? Or do you keep it, take the loss, and use it to help you out deeper down in there?
Yes, that is the question I'm asking.
And that's the answer. You have to choose. You either fence it
Oh, you
or
get to
keep it.
choose.
Yeah.
Can you use it before you turn it in?
But no one knows, don't hurt them.
Fair enough.
Now, if it's a contracted run or a contract run, generally speaking, you are giving them the thing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Good. Make sure we're all on the same page. No, it doesn't make sense?
No.
See, a contract says, oh, you're messing with me. Oh, you're smart, too. I like this guy. Big and brainy. Look at him go.
That is not the
Sure he
assessment
is.
I get.
I do have a question.
I have an answer.
I hope. Anyway, now these competitive runs.
What?
Sounds like there might be a bit of infighting.
Usually.
Really?
Depends. Look, when you go down there, ain't no law, man, god, fiend, or other that are getting in your way. There's only suggestions. If you go down there with a competition run, and that team don't like you none at all, and they find you, and they realize, well, it might be easier to get the thing if this group is dead. They can fight you all you want. You can fight them all you want.
That seems to
And
answer
you
the
as
question
the
that I
guild-
had.
Sorry?
That seems to have answered the question that I had.
And you as a guild do not mind when that happens.
Nope. I forgot who it was. I think it was a druid named Darwin. He once said, sometimes what lives is because they're strong enough to do so. The team that lives, they get to keep doing so. The team that don't, their families are going to get a pretty paycheck for the next 20 years.
Can I see? Can I see the leaderboard? Is it like? Is it readable?
Or is it...
No, out of character. Is it actually?
Oh, it's massive. Yeah, it takes almost the entire chunk of the eastern wall.
Who
So
is
if I'm
this?
reading, I'm reading the leaderboard. Can I see the top 3?
Yep.
Who is this Laura C?
Laura C? Well, I don't know about her, but at the very bottom with the lowest score, we have someone whose initials are ASS. We've never found them. But they go around town at every leaderboard, putting their names up everywhere.
I believe that's Master Kiss Me.
Oh yeah, Master Kiss My Ass. Love that guy. That's a great house party. So to answer your question, now you're looking up there, you see the top 3. The corporation Rivenheim Horizon Trading, number 1. You ready for the other 2?
Yep.
All right. The second one, Blackmore Company.
Well, that's redundant.
Number 3, let me know when you're ready for it. Two Lands Agriculture.
Okay.
There's a few other companies, of course, but yes.
I've got one more question for you. These corporate teams, how does that happen?
Talking about on a, corporation front to us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so normally what happens is you get yourself a company that wants to be part of the Relic Runners Guild, because they have good taste. There is a company buy-in that they have to do to become an officially sponsored part of our guild. Because we are to take on the burden of their people, and they get all of our benefits, they gotta pay. There's also a monthly, if you will, dues to continue working with us, to get that opportunity to put their people out there into the field. And of course, because of that, they pay their monthlies, they do their up front, and of course the cancellation fee at the end. And for that, they get all the money that their runners get. It's up to them to pay their runners how they see fit, and that's between them and us, or between them and thems. We don't get involved in how they pay their people. We
Do
just
you
make
have
sure
that contract on you?
Are you looking to become another corporate sponsor?
I believe the contract varies from corporation to corporation. It
Well,
would
they've
make
gotta have
most sense.
They've got to have a general one, though, right? And I could negotiate.
Definitely talk about that. I need to get some people involved. Really quickly, before we get down that road. So, first of all, have y'all signed your introduction?
I will have one question for you. If we do become a guild member, I'm assuming that you have records. Do you not? Do we have access to these records?
Oh, man. I know there are open records and closed records, but quite frankly, that ain't my job. I can let you know whose job that is after you sign up and everything's all squared away.
Yes. That would be great.
All right. Big guy.
Handing over my signed paperwork. But and I'm gonna player apologize to DM to do this because I'm gonna make you make up one more name.
Okay, let's go.
I just want to know, because you mentioned that there were some individuals on the leaderboard as well. Who is the first individual, and what is their placement?
Good question.
I have reasons.
So very, very fair. So when I say individual, I mean non-corporately backed teams.
Yes,
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
So the first one is called the All-Star Runners.
All-Star Runners.
The top 3, if you will, are the All-Star Runners.
Is this a different board then?
It's on the same.
corporate-
It's on the same board. That's why it's so big. You have the corporate sponsors and you have the free runners.
That's what I'm saying. Are they ranked against each other, or are they separate rankings?
They are ranked both in their own classification, with the top 5 being comparatively. They are ranked against each other as well.
Okay. So the 3 that we got of the corporate ones.
Yes.
How do they compare against these 3 that you're going to give us for this?
Smash them. Their numbers are insane.
Corporate, way higher.
Way higher.
Okay.
They have way more money, way more backing, way more training.
Got it.
Not even a competition.
Then All-Star Runners is all I need unless somebody else needs more.
Okay.
I had a thing I was going to do, but I don't think I need to know that if the numbers are that drastically different.
Any other questions for Slate before we move on to the next bit?
Now,
Cythereal signs.
Yeah. Aldor signs, and then he takes out a piece of wax, melts it on there, and smashes his signet ring into it, and hands it over.
Ooh, fancy pants McGee over here. I like you. We'll want to talk after this.
Sorry, I'm gonna laugh and enjoy that. That was really nice. As Corrin watches Aldor do that, he he takes out his nice little feather ink pen and he draws a beautiful signature that's just immaculate and hands it over.
After watching that,
And it's
Tingus
watching.
literally takes out a little piece of wax, is like got a little blowtorch, comes out of one finger, melting the wax, and is trying to do an impression because he doesn't understand what you just did. He's trying to recreate it with his finger or hand to
You keep looking at him, though? You keep looking at Aldor like, what are you...
Why the wax?
It's the ring. Signet ring.
Oh, that is an important symbol then.
Oh, it's me family business.
Ah, I understand business. I did not know symbols got involved.
Well, all right then. So we got Mr. Fancy Hands, Mr. Fancy Ring. I believe you described yourself as a giant woman.
You just made a friend there,
A
friend.
man after my own heart. As everybody's been kind of talking about going into the dungeons, into down under, she's just been sipping her juice, thinking like, this would be good with some basil in it. And then he mentions that the creatures come back to life, and that's where her question comes in. So you said that the monsters down there come back to life.
Yep.
What happens if they're fried?
Death finds a way.
And you eat the fried?
Like I said, what happens down there is between you gods and the fiends below. I ain't gotta know what you eat.
But has it been done?
I would imagine at this point in time, at least one or two critters has been absolutely munched on. Yeah.
I'm in.
All right. Takes your pick. How about you, Pirate Queen?
I hope she never meets my sister.
He signed it, so I'll sign it. I have one question, though. When you were mentioning the creatures that come back, was there one specifically that you were thinking of that we should be aware of?
Well, look, I wasn't going to tell you this until you get actually down. And so, first of all, I'm tired of calling it down there, because that's starting to get sophomoric and rude. We like to call it the reliquary. Okay. It's a bit of a pun. Reliquary.
Quarry.
Reliquary. We call it the reliquary.
It's the reliquary.
That's right.
Reliquary.
We don't really have a ton of rules when we're down there, but we have guidelines, and one of the biggest guidelines that we have, especially for newbies, is do not mess with old Brand Eye.
Brand Eye.
Yeah. He's the feller what retired Grim, and he points back at that surly dwarf missing a leg who's just smoking in this, like, vacuum chamber of his lungs. Yeah, old Brand Eye's a troll, but a very weird troll. We used fire, we used acid, everything the book says to use on trolls. They don't freaking work on old Brand Eye.
So maybe if you hit old Brown Eye a little harder, he would stay down.
Brand.
What?
He said brand.
Brand.
Yes.
Right. Rand.
So I thought he was intelligent.
I think he's got a wicked sense of humor. That's what I think.
Possible.
I have a theory about him. I think he's smarter than all y'all. He's just playing dumb.
Sure.
Look, man, come on. What a dumb fella.
You see the eyes literally just kind of like zoom in. I don't agree.
Yeah, agree, disagree.
It would make sense considering that no one can be as unintelligent as he seems.
I disagree.
If you're
Time will tell.
If you're looking for a description of an old Brand Eye, imagine a very large troll. Right eye.
Right eye.
Just exposed bone and some kind of weird fire, like a bluish-green fire in his eyeball. Everything else is pretty on par, but for some reason that little part of bone, that chip that old Grim took out of him, it never healed back. And I know for a fact we put him in the dirt. We actually digged him a grave. Killed him. But reports keep showing up from runners. Old Brand Eye's back and he's angry as ever.
You said right eye exposed bone and green flame?
Green flame right in his eye, yep.
And who did that? Who injured him that way?
Grim. He said if he's taking my leg, I'm taking his eye.
Okay.
Fair trade.
Yeah.
I think that's what we call the nemesis system.
Yeah, Grim's a tough son of a bitch. He's a straight shooter. He's a sweet guy with a gentle heart. You piss him off, and you better run faster than his legs can, because he will take you out.
What does he shoot?
Well, he's actually got this very unusual thing. I ain't never seen it before, but long barrel. Seems to have some, he calls it double action. Does something with his hands. I don't understand it all.
Interesting.
Yeah. Strong SOB, too. He doesn't even use that when he fights. He just does that because he likes it.
Okay.
Well, you mentioned training before.
That's right.
Is that something we're going to have to do?
That depends on you all. Because first things first, you gotta get yourself into a team. Now, you can make yourself a corporate team, which they have tryouts almost every day if you want to try out for one of them big ones. Or you can make a team of your own. Go in as free runners, or takes your paperwork and flicks it around, looks at the sigil. Or if you're ballsy enough and you don't mind taking a risk on yourself, you can do your own damn thing.
Maybe I'll see how it goes first. And then, maybe Rothgate shipping will be up on the board.
Looks over at it. Yeah, I don't see it up there. No time like the present.
In the moment of pause, I only describe this for there is a change of like emotion look. The eyebrows go to kind of like a almost hopeful expression on Tinkus' face. Are we a team?
Well, you're all the recruits for the day. I mean, you can sit here and wait for others to join, or why not seize the initiative?
Well, that's why I'm asking them.
Oh, I see. I thought it was clarification. I'm just gonna mind my P's and Q's.
So we make our own team, not you.
Huh?
Well, you already hired me, so...
We're a team?
Only if you want to be big guy.
Right teams.
Well, I don't even know most of you.
Here.
Hi, I'm Tinkus.
Tinkus, I'm Aldor.
Pleasure to meet you, Aldor.
Pleasure to meet you, Tinkus.
I will say it would be the quickest way to start. And, the quicker the better, right?
All right, so how about you there?
Are you sure?
It's the quickest way I'm gonna find answers.
Okay. Well. Sign the paper. Not legibly.
It's just an X.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
First two attempts were not even on the paper; they're on the table.
Exactly. Shit.
He's looking at the X on your name. He's like, I thought your name used to be Twitter. Puts it back in his pocket.
Oh,
Shots fired. Come at me, bro. How about you over there, silent and stoic? Thinking about joining up?
I do tend to follow where my curiosity goes. I suppose.
and we are a team.
A team, yeah! Slams his hand down on the table into the spilt coffee from earlier and then smacks it on the contract paper right in the middle.
Oh, dear.
Here you go!
I love that. Takes handwriting to a whole new measure. Can you just do me a little bit of favor? They're gonna chew my ear out. Can you actually write your name on this?
As it seems our
What
team...
is your name?
Zolgar. You can call me Zol.
Do you know how to spell it?
No.
The spelling of his name has now been invented. Just it didn't have a spelling before.
Do it
I have now
phonetically.
phonetically made a version of his name.
It's
and I pass it back.
ZOL.
What's glad you've done it because he would have just like drawn like a wrap around his fingers.
And he's like, it's my handwriting.
That's right.
And it seems that our team has a mascot.
Who's Olga?
Mr. Nibbles.
Oh,
He's got it, pulls out a tiny little mouse.
Well, I will say this. It's easy to say who the muscle would be.
Looks down at you.
That's
Gonna
right.
fist bump you.
all right. Well, I got all the papers.
I would consider this to be, let's call it a trial. We don't know how each other work.
Actually, that's quite astute. What do all of you do? I mean, I know what you do, and I've been in contact with what you do.
I write contracts.
I cook.
Sweet rolls.
They're very tasty.
Negotiate.
That's great, but
Sorry.
can you defend yourself?
Strap this to your shoulder.
Wait.
What is it?
He hands you a
gonna
little
hold her
piece of
hand out.
wood that has been carved
He
out
holds her-
with a little space for the mouse to rest and poke his head out. It's a little shoulder caddy for your mouse.
That is so awesome.
Yes!
This is so awesome.
Literally took out a piece of wood as soon as I saw the mouse and started creating one just now. I was like,
I can't.
attach some leather.
I come down to your level. Well,
I'm
actually,
not that much shorter than you.
I still come down here.
Actually, no. In a similar fashion to my origin story, my legs just kind of tip me up a bit, attach, and drop back down to the height I was before.
Oh, hydraulics. It's a nipples.
I didn't even get your name or yours.
They have not given it.
That was my point.
Oh, good point.
My name's Corin.
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 Please, someone draw
That's all
Mr.
you need to know
Nibbles'
for now.
shoulder rig.
And I see he carves. I get the feeling what they do.
more than carve, but yes, I do carve.
Right, and it's great. What do you do?
Well, if we're going to need to find some relics, and they're locked up, I can probably break a door or two down. Or a safe. Let's say that.
Oh, I.
And you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, well. And he just kind of does this, and you see lightning coming all around his hand. I've got a few tricks.
See, like, just the slightest bit of a smirk. And what of the quiet one?
I am Cythereal. I listen.
Great. Do you have anything besides listen?
I remember.
Oh, hells.
And as he looks away and says, "Oh, hell," I melt into the shadows.
All right. Yeah, you walk away. Now, when you melt into the shadows,
Mm-hmm.
would you say that they feel a presence or none at all?
There is a presence felt. It's very cold and very unsettling because darkness isn't supposed to do that. Kind of like the shadows reached up from under my chair and pulled me away.
And you're in his shadow? Okay. You feel 3 hands inside your skull scraping left, right, back. The one to the right, horrific, nightmarish, familiar in the worst of reasons. You see him, his face bloated. The other side, like a gentle caress, trying to calm you down. Feeling powerful, warm, familiar, in all the best of ways. With one hand on the back of your head, foreign, chilling to the bone, alien, new.
I listen.
As that happens, Aldor stands up abruptly, kicking the chair out from behind him. And he is just
Aldor. It's okay. It's okay.
And then I come back.
I'm gonna move around to where he is. I'm gonna, like, take your hands and stand in front of you. It's okay.
There is a ball of blue energy crackling and getting bigger.
Yeah, she's not gonna touch the blue energy, but the outside of your hands. Like,
In the area
You asked.
where the elf was, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
You're saying?
Yeah. I come out of the shadow. You asked what I did.
Those hands never touch me again. Is that clear?
If we're going into danger, are you sure you'd like me to make that promise?
Away from me, then.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a conversation about that later.
Okay. You seem unsettled.
That's what they say.
Did I offend?
Let's just say I've seen some things.
I meant no ill will. I simply have a hard time describing what I do.
But a warning that you're going to do it might be helpful. However, that little glow around you will stay, I believe, if you do it again.
That may not be advantageous to our team.
Just for right now.
Oh. I've never seen it like this.
Shaken is not the word. Like, this is a damaged being you're looking at.
When Father did it, it was always darker. I'll figure it out in the end.
still holding on to you until you tell her to stop, or you shake her off or something.
No, he kind of just, like allows you to do that.
Okay.
He's like, nothing else exists anymore. He doesn't see anybody. He's just like letting you hold him.
Are we hugging now? Extends his big meaty arms.
No! Please, no.
Are you sure? I used to give great hugs.
Would you like more coffee?
Hell
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I think you've had enough.
Okay, and he starts to calm down, but like he's got that 1,000-yard stare, and that does not leave. Not for a while, anyway.
As I see you calm down, I'll dissipate the fairy fire.
I
Gives
didn't know it
everything a
came
little
in
bit of an
colors.
outline. The fairy fire generally just gives everything a little bit of an outline, so that now has gone away.
What
I didn't
color
know that
would
it came in
Pegasus
colors.
Fairy fire be?
That's a very good question.
It was orange.
Orange.
It's orange.
I thought you were gonna say blue flame.
No.
So after this happens, you can tell there's definitely some tension in the headquarters. The people currently working are all kind of staring, watching, observing, analyzing, and then once the fairy fire is cast, once everything's done, they kind of go get back to work. As they do, Slate comes back and he goes, "All right, this is all me. I was basically getting the paperwork done. Get the right accent. Yo, folks, that's on me. I was busy getting the paperwork done.
That sounded very scarily familiar to me.
like somebody else." He goes, we have a rule about fighting in the headquarters. You know, like a big man over here looks like he's so strong. If you really put effort to it, he'd break all of our chairs. And we don't want to keep replacing chairs. You know. And so, if there's going to be spells cast, we ask that y'all go outside for that in the future. Respectfully, it's not our business to get in yours. Just please don't break ours. That's all we ask.
Even non-damaging spells?
Yeah, because usually when a spell is cast, there's a reason, and I've yet to see one that is either aggressive or malevolent. If it's a healing spell, that's what we got the Medics Guild for.
All right.
So, but I got your all's paperwork. You're in the system. The only thing now to do is, you say you want to do a trial run before you decide if you want to be a free run or a corporately sponsored team?
Well, I think that's smart.
That would be the wisest thing.
I am following the team.
What does the team have to say?
Would say that, if you don't mind, we don't know what corporations out there would want to sponsor us. I would consider it a free run.
I mean,
but we'll see.
I've got a corporation.
Yes.
The ring.
Yeah, right. It's a shipping company.
And does it have...
Ship rings?
I mean, we ship all sorts of things.
Interesting.
Coffee.
There's that word again. Coffee.
Oh dear.
When we're looking at, does he look, the way he's dressed, does he look affluent?
I look good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, if I recall, I think the two of us are the most posh
Yeah,
in the group.
Very, very like.
Oh, yes.
How about the ladies of the party? You gonna let these idiots go by themselves?
I wouldn't call them idiots.
That one's brilliant. I ain't touching that.
Exactly. I agree. But you don't look like... You're so alarmed.
You really agree? Really?
Really?
Right.
Yes.
So smart.
We can be kind, can't we? Yeah, we can be kind. You don't seem like the kind of person who would jump into a deal like that with your company. So, free running for trial?
That's what I was saying. Let's do a trial run before signing any paperwork.
We have signed paper.
So,
No, of the corporate.
Oh, understood.
if we are to be free runners, how would we have access to gear, supplies?
Well, like I said, corporations mostly dip in their own pockets for that. If you are a free runner and a free run team, like the All-Star Runners or the other groups here, we do have standard equipment that we are in talks with other guilds to supply. We can give you standard weapons, standard armor, any sort of standard traveling equipment. We also have lodging upstairs. And again, we have medics from the medic guilds that come in and also do healing if, let's say, you need to regrow a limb. So, did that answer your question?
Yes, I believe that should be sufficient.
Excellent. How about you? Let them have all the fun, or
Where he goes, I go. So.
Oh, man. Well then, ain't no time like the present. Sober you up, and then follow me. He takes you over to a section of the headquarters.
Before we leave there,
Absolutely.
does Sophina have the time to go talk to Grimm? Or
A few minutes if you'd like to go break off really fast. Does anyone want to talk to anyone else here in the headquarters?
Well, I would like to know where your library is. If there is a library in the facility.
Nah. We have libraries in town. We ain't gotta have one on hand.
So where do you get your resources and all your information
From the other guilds that we have contracts with. Saves us a lot of time and money when we ain't gotta do all the work.
Corin looks a little disappointed, but
If you want to know some good library guilds, let me know. I can give you the connection.
I think his question might partially be, how would we decide what we are going to go running for?
Oh, well, the answer to that is sometimes you don't know. That's the best part about a free run. You don't know what's down there. You're just looking around, see what sparks your interest, and you bring it back. Oh, yes, question.
Would there be a map of the parts of the reliquary that has been explored already that we may have access to?
That's a very good question. And while we do have maps, unfortunately, we found that they were being sold to outsiders who break in, so we stopped doing map policies for security reasons. But you can make up your own maps once you're down there. Get used to it at the back of your hand. fact, many do. Some don't even go below the first floor. They just keep the same corners, make their same money, get their same loot. Write all the maps by hand on parchment.
Might be worth asking one of the other runner groups if they are willing to sell what map they have.
In my experience, if there is some sort of edge, it never comes at a reasonable cost.
That's for
wise.
sure.
And that being said, we want to talk to Grim, correct? So, Slate starts kind of deviating a little bit, sees you walk off, gives you some time. Grim kind of sees you walking over. His kind of mild-wide associate stare kind of perks up when he sees you. You see just a big red beard and a long red hair kind of pulled back, side shaved up, tattoos of runes all over the sides of his head where his shaved sides are. Blue tattoos going down his neck, all over his thick, meaty hands. And he kind of looks at you, breathes heavily. And smoke comes out of his nose like a dragon as he nods to you.
I was told that they're... Okay. It's very nice to meet you, Grim. My name is Captain Sophina Rain. It's very... Alright. So, I need your help. I have a charge who, it seems like in the last few days, is very determined to try to kill himself. We are going into this reliquary place, and I've been told that there's a troll that will not die, and that the only one who's managed to damage it is you. I have to keep him alive.
Kind of leans in really close to you. Rich cherry wood tobacco just kind of hangs over him like an aura, and leans in and he says, "Have you ever killed something that doesn't die?"
No.
When you go to bed at night, who do you pray to?
The ocean, the sea.
Have you ever killed someone what didn't deserve it because it was a job?
Yes.
You'll kill old Brandy. He won't stay dead for you.
It doesn't have to be me.
Doesn't have to be you. But I know you're the one that wants him dead more than anyone else here. Which means you're the one most likely to go off and fight in the bastard. I still have no idea what caused anything I did in that fight to scar him more than he kind of taps at that stone leg. But I don't know this. It's only because I'm a rat bastard that I got him dead. So you have to start being one. Kill him before he kills you. And that's not easy. He's a bastard.
Is there any other monsters we should be aware of? Anything else? As dangerous, if not more so, than old Brandy?
You say you worship the sea, eh? Do you worship anything else? And be very careful of old Zadara.
Zadara?
Zadara. She just popped up from what reports have told me. If you're lucky, she'll have no interest in you. If you're unlucky, she'll make a deal with you.
What is she?
A devil, a demon. You know, I don't study the books. I'm not a religious man. I've heard religious people talk. I think they call her a cambion. Cambion.
Cambion?
Hey, something like that.
Cambion?
Gosh, I didn't know the words. That's not my expertise.
Oh, that's no judgment.
Thank you for being honest. Most people like to judge a dwarf. Small folk, big, tiny, wee. It's usually I headbutt them in the, clackers.
There was this dwarf on my parents' ship who, one of our most vicious, strongest. Height doesn't matter.
So I see you sign paperwork.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're officially worse than adventurers. You're employees.
Oh, God.
Any other questions for you?
Thank you for answering and your time. Okay, bye.
Puts his pipe back in, goes back to his dissociative stare as he just starts smoking in that cycle. So you join the rest of the crew. Slate is kind of getting overrun. He takes you to a wall, a recessed wall underneath the stairs. And once he does, you see there is a massive metal door. Massive metal door with a huge metal bar and what looks like a really gigantic raised switch, a metal switch. He puts one strong hand on the metal bar, turns around, slams his foot down on the metal switch, and you hear this heavy lock as this metal door, he pushes it inside the facility. And you see this large, deep ongoing set of stairs going deep, deep underground. And he's just kind of hovering, looking deep down into it. You can see a sense of nostalgia as he stares down that unknowable reliquary. Bit of a whistle and howl of wind as that vacuum of that metal door starts to howl back up, and he says, "Remember, when you're down there, you only got each other. There is a safe place to rest. Go through the door, you can't miss it. It's the first major place you go into. There's a treasure chest. Oh, damn it. He gives you a key. Anyone wants to take it?
Yeah, Aldor will take it.
He hands you a key and he says, when you're down there, big room, you can't miss it. It's got a fireplace, a cooking pit, a tent all set up, bedrolls for those that don't like to feel bottled in. Here's a treasure chest down there. Depending on the key you put in there, you will get access to a different dimension. That treasure chest is what they call a chest of holding. Damn thing's like a whole room. Store whatever you want down there. Dead creatures, new loot, old loot. Put it in there. As long as you got that key, it's yours. Safety feature. There is a golden double door that requires a special key. I don't want to see you dead just yet. You will not go through that door, understood? Mm-hmm. All right. Don't piss off old Brandi. Be careful of the traps. And also be careful of the underground folk. They're real skittish, but real nice if you ain't scary. They're called the Verloren. Living down there since gods know how long. Spelled Verloren. And they can be your best friends or your worst nightmare. Do not piss them off.
What do they look like?
All shapes and sizes, generally speaking. Pallid blue skin, blue corruption, runic inscriptions. Usually longish ears, flat faces. I've seen them small, medium, some with long hair, some with big muscular frames, some with lithe.
Okay.
Runic inscriptions.
That's right. Don't understand a lick of it. I don't read magic. Any other questions before you go down in the depths?
Yes. Well, I guess to the party. Does anyone else need any gear or anything? What about a big man right here? Maybe an axe or two?
An axe would be great. I've got this knife I found, but that's about it.
Slate smiles. He turns to the woman working the bar, and he goes, "Hey, Dahlia, big man wants an axe." And she goes, "Then get it yourself, you lazy prick. What do I look like, the armorer? I'm working." And he's like, "Oh, ruined my cool moment." And he storms over. He comes back 5 minutes later with a great axe, and he goes, "All right, here you are, fella."
Picks it up, gets a firm grip on it. That'll work.
A couple of healing potions would probably be wise.
Agreed.
I've got that covered.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I love the, yes, I have it covered. Fuck!
So I got one more question for you. So what do we do if we run into this brown eye fella?
Well, look, I'm not going to be the fella to tell you what to do when a brown eye's coming at you, but when you see old Brand Eye, exercise caution. If you want to fight him, hey, that's your funeral. If you kill him, just piss him off worse. If you want to run, you can do that. Choice is yours.
So, if he dies, how long does it take him to come back?
We've gotten different reports.
Shit.
Sometimes a week, sometimes half a year.
Is there a bounty on this one?
What's that?
Was there a bounty on this one?
On Brandon? No, we're not cruel. We're not going to put a bounty on that one. Next thing you know, every idiot hopped up on thermoses full of coffee with whatever random weapons we handed them are going to try and kill this thing and then die in the process. That's not you. Why are you looking at him? He's a saint and an angel, and I will not have him besmirched. He is not a moron. He is a brilliant man.
Tinkus literally walks over next to you and tries to see if there's something different from your angle.
Amazing.
Are you seeing the same person? Is essentially the vibe.
Look at him. He's so smart he can't even touch his own brain.
Wow.
What about you?
Pat walks away.
So is there anything else? Any armor? Or anybody need anything?
What about you, big man?
I am well equipped. Pulls out 2 crossbows.
Oh.
All right then.
All right. Ain't no time like the present. Remember, once you are down there, you can stay down there as long as you like, thus the resting places. You can come up when you're done. When you're done, there should be a little bell. First of all, it should be a long corkscrew staircase and then a bell. That lets us know you're ready. We'll open it up for you. All right.
Are we going to be in the dark?
It's pretty
One
dark
would
down there.
assume.
There are some torches, but it is still underground, so it's pretty dark.
Can everybody see?
Yes, now it comes time for the most important moment in all D&D campaigns. Who has dark vision?
I can create light.
I didn't put it down. I didn't put it down. I might, maybe not.
Pretty sure I don't. I'm
So it's
just
like
double
checking like her notes on her phone.
Thank you.
I was born in darkness.
Good.
Some of you go into darkness.
Everybody should,
I was
right?
born in it.
Wait a minute. Did everyone forget to bring a Dungeoneer pack? I mean, I got
Now,
mine strapped
you
in.
have my permission to fly.
I mean, I got kicked off my boat without knowing I was going to be kicked off my boat.
Well, I do have some torches in this pack, so.
We were told to get a job.
And she just said, "Go on, child."
No.
No? The great millennial experience.
I mean, she already
yeah,
has
I know
bad
we share
eyes.
this house. Leave and go get a job. What am I going to do? I don't know, die for money? I don't know.
Yeah, go off.
You know, you say the millennial experience. That's been
Sorry.
the black experience since the
It's like,
40s.
you mind if you hold on to the thermos?
Welcome to 18, son. Get out of my house.
Do you remember if the new Goliaths have dark vision or not?
I don't recall off the top of my head. I want to say they do.
I thought they had normal vision originally, but then I remember reading something about dark vision being added. Am I wrong on that?
You know what? We can probably confirm that later.
Yeah, of course. I was just like, maybe.
I mean,
Sweet.
it would make total sense to me that they would have dark vision. They live in mountains all the time. You know, I get it.
I got to the book. I'll
Yeah.
check in
My
the book.
dark vision
Tinkus
is
has light, though.
only 120 feet.
She gets his
I
lights.
can make light.
That's 120 more feet than I can see in the dark.
Insane. Oh, that's actually zero. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while as that's being
Now
discussed,
you have my permission to cry.
Slate opens the door. You all start filing in.
Hell yeah.
And after you get deeper and deeper and deeper down, some of the dark vision start kicking in. If you have it, the grayscale, red scale, full color, whatever your eyes see in the dark at their spectrum, it kicks in. As the stairs, you finally find it, it goes down. The last thing you hear is the screech and creak of a massive, easily 150 pound metal door slams shut, locks in, latch released.
Don't be scared, Mr. Nibbles.
And this is where we're ending our first episode. What happens on their first run, we will see next time on Dungeons Divided Season 2. Woo! See you then, everybody!
I can finally emote again.
All right, everyone. First episode done. Loves. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.